In this next exercise, I'd like you to again use eye-hand coordination, only this time we're going to draw a square inside a square. So let's begin. Now we've already have an image here, and I can see that it has a name, and I don't want to mess this one up. So the only way you can create a new one without accidentally saving over the old one is to save it with a new name, or just simply click New. That will clear it. I've already saved it once, so I'll say Don't Save here, and now I'll begin. I would like us to use some shapes that are built into Microsoft Paint. We'll use the rectangle shape, and we'll draw from the outside in. So I'd like you to click somewhere in the corner and draw one rectangle that pretty well fills this screen. Remember, our drawing area is only supposed to be 800 by 600 pixels. So there's our first one, and it's possible for me to click inside there anywhere and move it, and that's actually a problem because I want to draw another one. So the only way I can keep drawing inside an object that I've already drawn is to click away. And to click away, I have to click outside this square. So I'll click here. I clicked right on the very edge, and I finally got away. So now I can draw a new one. And I think I'll choose a spacing of about this much, and I'm going to drag my mouse to the other corner. Now I am creating a square or a rectangle, and you know that a rectangle only needs 2 points to define itself in a computer drawing. Because the definition of a rectangle has that each interior angle is always, what, 90 degrees? And each of the sides are parallel. So now I can click outside. I think what I'll do, though, instead of making these perfectly aligned or nearly perfectly aligned, I'm going to shift the width of one side and top or bottom to be different, thicker. And I'll do that, and I'll gradually make them bigger. And then I'll gradually make them smaller, making the other side even. So it looks like I'm actually shifting or changing my view of this. So now I'm going to make the sides more even. And I'm tempted to make the edges, all of the edges, narrower as I'm getting closer to the top. But let's avoid that. Now I'm going to go the opposite direction by making this side greater. And I'll continue on. And this is mostly just artistic and aesthetic reasons. I want it to look different. I do plan to shade this, and we're going to use some of the same skills or the same tools that we did last time for shading. I want you to choose the paint bucket, edit colors. Well, first let's get a primary color. In this case, I think I'll choose green. I'll click edit colors, and I think I'll make it a vibrant green, and I'll start close to the bottom, and I'll click OK. And with my paint bucket, I'll pour it in the space around the outside. And I'll continue in the same fashion as I did before, skipping every other one, clicking OK, pouring in the space between. Continue that until all of the spaces are filled. This is probably a good time to remind you that when using a hue, that is a single color, in the purest sense, that would be the middle of this scale. As it is darker, in other words, black is mixed with it, that's called a shade of the original hue. But as we get lighter, the implication, if this were actually paint, is that we've taken white paint and we're adding a little bit of our color to it, or a tint, and this is called tint. And I think we are done. It looks like I've accidentally colored one of my boxes. So there, now that is done. We'll save this, and this ends another project. We'll call this project a gradient tower.